our second home. We come to conquer, no we never walk alone. We dominate, the cream of the crop, drawing on our strength from the roar of the cock. It's all for one, and one for all. Pass a new, we're talking total football. Here we go again, Roy's red machine. Liverpool, the greatest team the world has ever seen.
Hello and welcome back to the Liverpool Groove. We went to Wembley, we brought the cup home. What fucking more can you say? Fucking unbelievable. Fantastic. The support was immense. The game itself was actually a fucking really good game to watch if you're a neutral. But thankfully we aren't, because we get to fucking celebrate it now. I'm buzzing with it. Like, I know it's only the League Cup, I said this last time, but like just winning trophies is just fucking in our blood, innit? You know what I mean? It's fucking unbelievable. Just what's your overall feelings? I'll start with you, Craig. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know it's obviously hard work with the family and that, but nice to get on now and then. Yeah, just really, I thought the game in itself was probably one of the best 0-0s I've seen. It was just end to end. It was, you didn't know if he was going to score, who was going to score. Anyone could have scored, and that was the beauty of it. Anyone could have won. I'm glad it was us at the end of the day, obviously, but I see it as trophy's a trophy and silverware's silverware. So as long as it's going in our trophy cabinet, it's a win-win, really.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Like you say, was one of the best 0-0s I've ever seen. I know you were in a Hotel Anfield for it, weren't you, Jay?
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. The atmosphere was bouncing. The ragamuffins were on like a full band, Craig, non-stop from about 1:30 right the way up till kick-off, playing all the Liverpool songs, Jürgen Klopp, and making Diaz ones up as they go, and Jota. What was brilliant. It was spot on. Got the whole atmosphere. It felt like no way you say it's only the Mickey Mouse Cup. It never felt like that. It felt like a European final. It felt special. And again, it's 1 out of 4. We've got a chance of winning. And that's the momentum builder for me. We had to win that for ourselves, for confidence. Nothing else, not even for the pot, just for the confidence of going into the next game. And them celebrations have made it all worthwhile. Like I was made up.
Yeah, same. It was brilliant, and yeah, it didn't feel like sometimes you sort of, when we're not involved in the final, you kind of just look at it and go, not really asked, it's only the Carabao Cup. But then when you're actually involved in it and you see how much it means to the players, you know, these are players who've won the Champions League and the Premier League, and you know, Thiago's won fucking everything there is to win nearly, and you see him before the game, he was in tears that he couldn't play. Like, it means everything to the players. These want to go and win every single trophy out there. And so that's a disrespect that the League Cup gets year on year. You get Everton fans who've never won it calling it the Mickey Mouse Cup. It's like, you'd fucking treat that as if you just won the Champions League.
They'd parade that if they won it.
Yeah, definitely.
They'd parade it around County Road and then finish it. Goodison. That'd be the end.
I reckon United would at this point as well.
They would.
At
the end of the day, it's a trophy. If they'd have won it, we'd have been gutted. We wouldn't be able to say to them, you haven't won a trophy, because it's a trophy. At the end of the day, it's just one of them. It's once you start getting to the later stages of cups like this, even the UEFA Cup, you don't want to be in that because you want to be playing for the Champions League. It's like this is like the shit version of the FA Cup. You'd rather win the FA Cup, but when you get to them later stages, it's a fucking pot, and
we'll win both anyway this season, so it's sad.
So, lads. But no, like Jay's saying there, when you're looking at the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Jordan Henderson and your Mo Salahs, they've won the Premier League, they've won the Champions League, they've won the World Club Cup, and they're running around with that cup like it's the best thing in the world, and that's what it's about.
It's not even that. I think the team that we've got now, it deserves more trophies in the trophy cabinet, and even if it is the Carabao Cup, City have dominated it for how many years, and they've seen it as a trophy worth winning. Exactly. And they've always threw a strong team out. And I think it is like with the FA Cup. I think in recent seasons, I think more focus was on winning the Premier League and the league with Klopp. That's why he didn't really concentrate on the Carabao Cup and that. Whereas now he's won it, so he's thinking, why don't I get Everton as much as I can before I leave, and leave them with, say, 8 or 9 trophies instead of 4. You know what I mean? It can quite easily be that.
We're more than capable of doing it. Man City, we were talking about it today, weren't we? I've got a swap like for like in every position, and now we have, so we can go for competitions and we can rotate the players without risking anyone. So that's what it's about. It's if you've got the squad to do it, do it.
Yeah,
and now we have.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned Luis Diaz because I think he's the first player that comes to mind with his performance on Sunday. He was
Laddie's
out of this world. I'm baffled by him. Like I've never seen. I don't think I've seen any Liverpool player that we've brought in recent years settle as quick as he has and just fit the system as well as he has. I'm also baffled by him why every single pass is a no look. But I don't give a shit.
He's unreal, isn't he?
That touch over Reece James and then the no look pass was just sublime. Like who even thinks of doing that?
It's taken as well, isn't it? It's just like taking this, but he just grew into the game minute by minute, just looked better and better. And once the confidence started going through, mate, he was doing some crazy mad shit that you're not meant to do with a ball. It's brilliant.
He looks like he's been playing for Liverpool for years as well. He looks like he's been there. Yeah, you'd think he'd been there for ages.
It's weird. Neil said on the last one, he said it's like Klopp's got a computer and he just goes, right, who plays this way?
It is, isn't it? It's mad.
And he just does it time and time again. Like some of them, don't get me wrong, need a bit of bedding time and they take a little bit longer to come in. But every single one of them he signed, or nearly everyone, as being a top signing. But
even down to the likes of, obviously he's not been a top signer, but Minamino for 8 million, do you know what I mean? He's still got his goals that took us in. He got us the final goal that took us into penalties against Leicester, which brought us into playing a semi-final against Arsenal and getting into the final of this now. So it all adds up, do you know what I mean?
And that's what we say about having the squad that we haven't really had in recent years is we can afford to throw a front three on of Minamino or Iggy and, you know, like say Cade Gordon or something like that. And we know it's going to do a job. These are good players who are going to score goals in the competitions that we're going to play some lower league teams. We're going to play weekend Premier League teams. We know they can come in and do a job and they proved it. So credit to all of the players that have played the part. Like you say, without Minamino's goals, we wouldn't have won it. Without Origi's goals, we wouldn't have won it. You know, the likes of Tyler Morton, Cade Gordon, as I say. Even Adrian played in one of the games. I think it was Preston, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So everyone's played the part and made up for Kelleher.
I am myself.
More than probably any other player on the pitch, and made up for him. Klopp put his faith in him, said he was starting regardless of whether Alisson was fit, and he did. And you know what? He kept us in the game at certain parts. I mean,
brilliant lad. Again, he was brilliant against Leicester as well. He's had so many good games where he's being like Alisson. He's dead strong. He's confident. He speaks to Van Dijk. You know, I wouldn't at that age. You would have the fucking bottle to scream at Van Dijk to get back at him. He does.
Are you worried he might be too good to be a number two?
Yeah,
I am and I'm not, because I think he knows where he stands and I think he knows he's going to get game time. I think like the cup there, Klopp gives him as like you're going to get this, you're going to have the whole run of the cup, and he sticks to it. He doesn't like pull him out for the bigger games. He sticks with him. So I think yeah, he is too good to be a number two, but I think he understands his role in this, how good this Liverpool team is, and he knows he's learning from Alisson, and when he's done, he'll step right in.
Do you think as he progresses further, we might go back to having a league goalkeeper and a Champions League goalkeeper like we done with sort of Mignolet and Karius, or do you think that was more we couldn't really trust either of them enough to be first choice?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
I mean, I've got no doubts that when he plays, he's going to play well. So I'm not bothered who plays. And it's a massive compliment because Alisson's the best goalie in the world. And when you've got a kid coming through like Kelleher and you're saying, do you know what? If he plays, it fucking sounds. Then
like 23 and he was a striker. Like, fucking mad. He shouldn't be that good, but he's unbelievable. And I think that, I said this the other day during the final, he never looks flustered when he's got the ball. Like, when the way we play out, sometimes Alisson panics a bit when he's getting pressed. Kelleher doesn't. Kelleher seems more assured with the ball at his feet. But again, that's probably because he was a striker before he was a goalkeeper.
Yeah, definitely.
I made up for him. Made up he scored his pen. Few obvious, you know, there's always talking points from these games. Few sort of contentious decisions, both ways, to be fair. We'll start with the main one that affected us. Van Dijk offside for the Matip goal. What are we saying?
Stupid. Fucking stupid. There'd be never a goal in football if they keep chalking them off. If he was offside and he's fouled him and they're giving him it as a foul, then that's fine. But they haven't give a foul, they just give it as offside.
Yeah.
Which I don't get. I don't understand it. He's literally to shoulder. It's a coming together. Fucking get over it to go.
See, the thing is for me, they say he's impeding him. Like, I mean, I'm not being funny. He puts his arm out a little bit and he carries on running anyway. Like, if that's impeding someone, like you say, we're never going to have a fucking goal. We're never going to have a foul.
Nowhere near the ball anyway. It doesn't affect anything. It doesn't block it. It doesn't stop the ball going across the box. It doesn't do anything.
He didn't even attempt to header the ball, do you know what I mean? So it's not like he jumped up to header it and he was affecting play. It just literally went over his head and went straight to Mane. And I think they were just, I don't know what they were doing, but
I think they overthought it, to be honest.
I think when you look at it though, when you look at Lukaku's one, I think you're sort of way up the where you've been let off sort of thing. Because if you look at that, I think Lukaku should have stood really myself personally.
I do myself.
It's
I still can't understand how it wasn't given. I don't get it. I just can't believe it. When it went to VAR, when our goal went to VAR, I was saying they can't fucking chalk that off. They can't unless it's a dickhead in the office doing it. Physically can't do it and get away with it, and they did. And then when Lukaku was like getting investigated, I was just sat there. Everyone's going, it's offside. And I'm like, what are you watching? He's fucking 2 yards on.
I was saying the same. I was
2 yards onside.
I was just going, this is getting given. But this is it. He was clearly onside, and Chelsea, with that, they've got a right to be aggrieved. But so have we with our one. So it's again, we talk about consistency. I mean, at least they're consistently shit in that respect. But I mean, it's bad that we're still talking VAR. We're in the third season of VAR, I think, and we're still talking about it. It's not even, no, you know what? I'm not even going to say it's VAR. VAR isn't the problem. The referees are the problem. The standard of refereeing shit. You've only got to look at that handball with fucking Rodri, which Everton, they won't parade the league, they obviously wouldn't parade the League Cup, but what they will parade is the apology from the fucking referee fucking committee, whatever, that they've now had. They've spoke to Lampard and Kenwright directly and apologised for not giving the handball. What they can fucking do with that, I'll never know. But it's fucking... And then, to make matters worse...
It's defining for them, lads. I think Burnley are drawing now. Everton are in the relegation zone.
Yeah, they are, but they're in the bottom three, aren't they?
Funny thing is, the ref who didn't give that handball as well hasn't even been demoted. He's fucking reffing the Burnley game.
It's funny, isn't it?
So, but, like, genuinely...
It'll be Burnley a penalty for nothing, though.
No, Burnley are getting beat 2-0.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, no, like, imagine you're a Spark, Jay. Imagine you fucked up so badly in your job, and then they went, "Oh yeah, just go and do your next job. Go ahead, start." You know what I mean? It just wouldn't happen.
I don't tell them I'm fucked up, lads.
Yeah, suppose you're not. You haven't got the eyes of the world watching you change your fucking Spark or something, have you? No, it's crazy. The standard of referee, and as I say, is shit.
What I don't get with the Everton one is VAR have got involved with it. The referees not give it, so that's end of, and then they've got in his ear. They've looked at it. And then gone, nah. What's the fucking point? Why didn't he say to him, go and have a look? Yeah. Again, that offside with Lukaku, with all the lines and all that, I just can't understand it. I can't. It's great. Never happened for us.
I think what's even better, though, they brought Pepper on to win them the cup, and he was the one that lost to me in the long run. John,
I've seen that
Van Dijk penalty. Oh, fuck me. Van Dijk.
Ice cold.
Yeah, because he stood in that side of the goal. Yeah, he to say, "I'm not moving from here."
Oh, we just went sound. Yeah,
it's cheap. Don't get on that.
Have you seen that?
The best one was, I think, Salah's though. The way he was getting after it, the reaction, Salah hit it in and just looked at him and laughed as if to say, "Lad, you were never saving that penalty. You don't know why you'd even tried. You were never saving it."
But no, to be fair, I mean, I'd say all 11. I'd say 10 out of the 11 were great pens. Kanate's, I shit myself. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't even know how that's gone in. But
when it bounced over the line, I was like, "Thank fuck for that, mate." Now I've seen that picture going around the Tuchel though. It's like they've done put a caption over it, like a black interview, and he's like, "Well, I brought Kepa on to stop a penalty from going in, and to be fair, he's done that." So, no, it's still going. I think, to be honest, it's on the motorway now. I think it's on its way on the ball. I
don't think I've ever seen a worse penalty. It's terrible. It looks like he's meant. It's as if he's
done it purposely. Yeah,
I've definitely seen worse. Worse was fucking Serginho in Istanbul for Milan.
When he hit it though, I thought it looked like he did purposely just go, "Fuck it, I'll hit it over the bar." It just looked like he ran up and just went, "Fuck."
It was like a goal kick.
Yeah, it was.
Playing rugby. That's what
He's
he
trying
said
to
in
get
the
as
studio.
far up the stand to all them fans who were giving him shit behind him.
That's
Thought,
what he said in the
is.
studio.
Yeah, defo.
No, it was... But you know what? He had the right to feel fucking aggrieved, I suppose, because Redknapp and Carragher were having a big argument in the studio. I don't know if you've seen it, saying he shouldn't have took Mendy off for the pens and stuff like that. But Kepa had played the whole fucking tournament up till the final.
Yeah,
He should have started him, shouldn't he?
Lines at a few times.
He has, don't get me wrong. Mendy's unbelievable, but at the same time, they've got a world-class keeper and they chose to start him over the keeper that got them there. We could have done the same and we didn't. Yeah,
but to do that and then bring him on is that's terrible management. That really is.
But like Carragher said, though, it's worked for them in the past.
Or have one shot at him. He's just straight in the net for penalties. Fucking stupid.
But like Carragher said, it's worked for them in the past. So if it works once, do it again. I remember fucking the World Cup in 2010. Netherlands done the same. Stekelenburg in goal. Bring Tim Krul on for the pens and it worked. They tried it again in the semis, I think, and it fucked up for them.
Yeah, well, Egypt done it in the AFCON, didn't they? Egypt done it with the keeper brought the keeper on just for the penalties and it worked. But Mendy in that penalty shootout for Senegal against Egypt, he saved a couple of penalties in that.
Yeah,
and
if you're a keeper, it's like if you're a striker. If you've scored 3 in a match and you're going into penalties, you want to take a pen. If you're a keeper and you've made 4 brilliant saves, you want to stay on and go to penalties.
You want to win the game for your team, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Bring a cold player on. I just think was fucking and made up. As soon as he come on, I said that's it. Well,
I think it was a weird decision, but I can understand Tuchel's reasoning because it has worked for them in the past.
Me personally, I think when like they're saying about they had Mendy to play, well, if he started Mendy, he should have finished with Mendy. If he hasn't got any faith in playing Kepa against Liverpool, then he shouldn't have brought him on at all. Because if he's played him through the tournament, we played Keller and we played Alisson in one game, drew 0-0 against Arsenal, played Keller in the second leg and won 2-0. So he kept faith in him. He played against that, so he thought he's brought him out and he started a strong Chelsea team trying to attack our defence and thinking, we can score goals. And Keller's kept us in the game. And if he was a proper manager to give faith in the cup competitions to the keeper who played every minute of it, more or less.
Yeah.
Well, Klopp said, didn't he? He's a manager and he's a human as well. And you can't do that. You're playing a kid who's 22, 23. You've played nearly every game and you get the final and you go, actually, not the time, lad. That could ruin your career.
Yeah, big time.
Soul destroying that. Well, Klopp done it and it worked.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. The other sort of big moment in the game, Naby Keita. Should he have gone?
No, didn't touch him.
I still don't think it was a red card. Like I've had this with someone else and that, and it's the fact that the pair of them were going for the same ball with the foot up. Yeah, Keita's slowed down a bit, but he hasn't intentionally gone for his leg. They both been going for the ball. He's got there first. Maybe give him a yellow card. It wasn't an intentional. It wasn't a clear and obvious error, as they say. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't a proper danger tackle. It just looked worse. And when they slowed it down and stilled it, it's always going to look worse when you stop your boot right on the leg and all that. But I wouldn't have said red card myself.
That's it. It's when they slow it down, it looks well worse. But when you see it from the beginning, the ball's in the middle of both of them. They've both gone for it. Naby Keita's gone through and caused him in his balls. But it is what it is. Get over it.
Genuine question then. If Chalobah had caught Keita in the same position, would you have said...
Card. Red card, definitely. You can't do that to Keita. It would have been a terrible tackle, wouldn't it?
No, you know what? I wouldn't... It's one of them. I wouldn't have sort of... I'd been pissed off, but I would have understood if they'd sent him off. But
I'll be honest, I would have screamed at the telly if it was the other way around. And it was flapping a little bit, but again, it's when you slow it down, everything looks worse, but that's why footy's fickle, lad.
I know, but I think for me...
I was watching something 2 days ago, 2 days before the final, and I think it was a replay, I think it was Wimbledon against Man United, I think it was, and it was Vinny Joe. It was just like a montage of his tackles in that game. And if he would have been playing in that, he would have had about 10 red cards. Do you know what I mean? The tackles it just seems like footy's just gone from being a man's game to men who think they can play like an hard game football, but they can't take a tackle or not. And it's gone too serious and too safety now, and it's health and safety. It's mad.
It's all flared as well though now. Like, you've got all these fucking moaning South Americans coming over. Fucking Bruno, well, I know he's not South American, but Bruno Fernandes. you know, the way Suarez is. Diaz will be the same, no doubt. He'll be a moaning little shit, and I'm going to love him for it. But that's it. You see them every, like, Bruno Fernandes gets looked at and he goes down.
Oh, some of the things he goes down to is ridiculous, isn't it?
He's a joke, isn't he?
It's mad.
The thing with Diaz, though, Diaz got fucking kicked off the park against Chelsea. He just kept getting up.
Yeah, he's just...
But
that's the thing.
Suarez had that in him. If Suarez thought he could get on the end of the ball, he'd get straight back up. But if he couldn't, he'd roll and roll and roll.
We said it last time, didn't we, with like Suarez and Salah, them type of players who just grew up wanting to play football and nothing else. They're probably playing with injuries all the time. Like, I don't know if it was you or Neil that said it. Salah's never injured. And I said,
I've said that before.
Probably is, but he's just fucking not asked. He just gets on with it.
You've never seen Salah really miss a game. I think, obviously, he missed the Barcelona game, but I think that's the only game I can remember Salah missing through an injury. Was the Barcelona? Was it an injury? I don't even know if he was properly injured. I don't know if it was just purely mind games from Klopp and we'd done the business over Barca, but I've never really seen Salah injured myself. And even for Egypt, you've seen him getting took out and just getting back up and just carrying on. And they were kicking him everywhere because they wanted to keep him down. And he's just like a machine, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I mean, obviously we brought the trophy home, as I say. Champions Wall has been updated. The keeper's wall has been updated. I've just seen before we went live as well. So Keller is now on there, which I'm made up for. The lad deserves it. He's been brilliant. Hopefully, he gets a few more games the rest of the season. Sure, he'll be the FA Cup keeper, I suppose, won't he, as well. So moving on. Speaking of the FA Cup, obviously we got Norwich tomorrow. Again, big game. I think are you both going, Eyes?
No, I'm not going. I was going to, but I'm gonna watch with the miss and the kids.
Yeah, I got me and my dad a ticket. I'm hoping he feels up to it. It's his birthday tomorrow, my dad. So I'm gonna just turn up and say, "Come out to go on the match." But he hasn't been too fucking good on his legs, so see what happens. But he was all right. He was all right Sunday. So no.
I'm sure he won't pass up the opportunity to go to the game, lad. Don't come fucking well. I mean, this season has been a bit easier to come by, haven't they, by the looks of it? But you know, I think that's all changing from next season. It's going to be fucking just ridiculous again, isn't it? Next season.
I'm looking forward to seeing what team we play on tomorrow.
I think looking at.
I don't think it's going to be weak.
It's not going to be weak. I mean, I don't think we've got a weak team anymore. But I think based on who did and didn't play on Sunday, I think Minamino starting definitely. I think Origi will start. I think you might even go with the front three that I mentioned before: Minamino, Origi, Gordon. I think Kelleher will probably start again.
Well, you know, I reckon Alisson might start me because I think Kelleher with the. He's probably been celebrating a lot more than the others, to be honest. Like, Annie, do you know what I mean? I think he'll probably bring, or he might even bring Adrian in.
I was thinking Adrian maybe.
He'll bring Adrian and keep Alisson for obviously West Ham on Saturday because that's straight there, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's only a few days away, and I think you'll see Kanate starting because he only come on for the for a bit of the final, didn't he?
I can see probably
Kanate matters. Yeah,
you could even go Gomez right back, or that Bradley.
Yeah.
He'll have Tomiskas playing.
He's starting. He didn't
I'd have Gomez and Kanate in the centre, Tsimikas and Bradley. Centre mid, Milner.
Jones.
Morton.
Milner, Jones, and the Ox probably.
I'd get Morton in there myself.
I reckon he'll start Harvey Elliott as well because he only come on for a brief period and he wasn't even in the squad, so I reckon he's in mind for being in his FA Cup squad. And because of Thiago's injury, you have to bring him into the subs bench, didn't he?
Maybe, yeah.
So I don't know. Jay's just disappeared.
He's back again. Low battery mode.
Fucking Houdini,
on 10%.
You'll be fine, lad.
Fucking nightmare, this fucking thing.
I think, Harvey Elliott's probably going to play. I think largely the team mostly probably picks itself based on who didn't play. Ox is probably definitely going to start. He didn't come on at all. Jones will probably definitely start because he wasn't. I don't know. Was he even there? The way he he
wasn't even in the squad.
Because the way he put his post up on Instagram was like, I wasn't there. He was like saying, "Well done, the lads," as fans can, as a fan can. I think it was a bit weird, but
I think Jota might start though because he was obviously coming back from injury, or he'll get game time anyway. I think in the FA Cup because he's going to need to bring him back. And to be honest, he wasn't. he didn't look the sharpest on Sunday. I think that's due to him being injured.
Just coming back,
injury, yeah. So I think he might give him game time. But
Mm.
whatever team he starts, I don't think you can really say we've got a weak team anymore. And I think it's scary for the rest of the league when you look at the likes of, I think Gary Neville said the other day when he said, when you look at it now, Mane, Firmino and all that are coming to the end, nearly the end. He said now they just went and done it. They've got Diaz, Jota and Elliott basically that are going to slot right in after they've gone, and it's going to be like they've never left really, I think.
Yeah.
So it's just scary really. Nice. A nice
Good,
position.
isn't
Yeah. Lovely
Nice.
position to be in.
It's good to be in this situation for once.
Because we are usually dead 10 on the ground, aren't we? Struggling for players and that. So yeah, hopefully Thiago can get himself back in the next week or two. I just read there that it's not as serious as they thought. He should be back.
Three games, you reckon, don't they? Norwich, West Ham and Inter Milan, and then he'll be back.
He's fucking cursed then, mate. He's cursed. He must have fucking done something.
He's been quality since he's come back from his injury. He's been one of our best players since he come back with the ball and the way he's just been, the plays being played. It's been out of this world, really, hasn't it?
He's brave, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's proven everyone who was saying last season that he's shite and all that.
Yeah.
Didn't have a clue what they were talking about. So, no, we need him back. I think, what game did he miss? I can't remember. But we just didn't look like creating it. We were creating anything. I think it went into the.
I was at the Leeds game. Did he start the Leeds game? I was there as well. I think he did, didn't he?
I can't remember.
He was.
You know what? It might have been the Norwich game in the league because we
but on that
didn't mean that.
The Leeds game, Diaz was unreal in that Leeds game as well. Even some of the stuff you see, because you see it off the camera, what you don't see on the telly, like the off the ball work and that, and everything he does is just unreal, isn't it? That Diaz.
He reminds me of Suarez because he's just got that little bit of nitty gritty in him where he'll work.
Bit of bite.
He's bossed. Bite.
Got a bit of bite about him.
He's got something about him where you just. Some players think they're too good to work hard, and that's where we're lucky. None of our players are like that.
He was on the edge of our box defending the other day, weren't he? He's tracking back and everything.
I don't know who
be
it
a
was.
Superstar in a few years.
I think it was one of the pundits from the final. I think it was Carragher or Redknapp anyway, and he said what Klopp has done with these players is he makes them play as if they're not world class players. You see world class players and they're scared to track back and they're scared to defend. Not one Liverpool player is scared to do that, regardless of how good they are. You see Salah back all the time. You see Mane back. He's got world class players still thinking, well, they probably can improve under Klopp, but that's the way he's just got them instilled. That's their mentality that we're not world class kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it shows with the intensity of them all.
You look at it down to the captaincy as well.
That's exactly what they are. They're a machine, and you can see it. They work for each other. They want to be a team. Salah's one of the most selfish players I've ever seen in my life, but there is times where he'll do things for the team that you wouldn't expect another striker to do. So I just think they're all so close knitted, and they're all in it together, and it's fucking boss, lads. It really is. It's brilliant to see.
Yeah, if you look at some of Salah's assists this season as well, he's got, I think it's 10 assists, hasn't he? So you can see he's changed from being that greedy player to I'll help the whole team, but still scoring 19 goals in the league as well as 10 assists. You know what I mean? It's like, because he's capable of doing it.
He's at another level this season.
Yeah. That one season wonder, still doing it 5 years on.
Klopp's comments on Callum and Alisson, and he said he told Alisson he wasn't playing, and he was like, great, let's get Keller on the wall.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do when a keeper wins a trophy, they go on the wall at Kirby. So the togetherness, even the likes of Adrian and that, they've all played a part and they all feel as important as the ones playing. And to be able to get that in a squad, it's magic, that. Because
it's hard to come by.
Not many teams that are going to... You've got a player who's only played one time, with a keeper who's played once, and then another lad who's played 6 or 7 times, and they all feel the same contribution to it. I think that's quality. It really is.
You don't get that in English teams. You get that in like your Bayern Munichs and your Barças, where they've all come through the academy together and they played football with each other since they were fucking 12. You know what I mean? You get that with them teams because they're all fucking best mates. But to have it with a group of players we've fucking brought together from fucking... And let's be honest, not one of these players in our squad right now, with the exception of maybe Thiago, would be classed as world class when we bought them.
No, definitely not. No.
And to bring them all in from different walks of life, playing different styles all over the world, and to bring them in and the way we've fucking got them as a team, and like Jay says, working for each other, being made up for one another. I mean, you see the hashtag with the keepers all the time, the goalkeepers union. Like they're all. That's why Adrian's not asked that he's not playing, because he's just happy to be a part of it. He wants to be there, creating history with the other two.
I think as well, it's you look at our captain Henderson. Out of all our players, like some of the world class players we got, they all listen to Henderson as well. And when he come, he wasn't the best player at all, but he's one of our most important players now. And if you look at the other teams, about like people don't listen to Maguire as much as they listen to Henderson, like the bigger stars in United, the Ronaldos and that. But Salah and Van Dijk, he'll turn around and shout at Van Dijk, and he'll listen to every word Henderson's saying, and it shows the togetherness in that as well. They listen and do everything for each other, and they just want the best, don't they? It's how it is.
If we had Ronaldo, we wouldn't get a game.
No,
and not even because of his ability, because he wouldn't listen.
He doesn't track back. He doesn't track back. He just sticks to his little walking pace now. He's getting the reason he's going to stay so long, because he'll walk goals into the net. You know what I mean? He won't do what other players are doing, but
no. Look, the team
wouldn't want him.
No, I genuinely wouldn't.
No,
we've got the best Portuguese in the league. That's all we need.
You look at the top three scorers in the league. It's Salah, Jota, and Mane. I think it's 19, like 14, and then 11 at goals.
Yeah. And the top three assists as well.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Someone talk to me about Alexander-Arnold, please, because I'm sick of this. He's out of system, De Bruyne, every season. And De Bruyne's like fucking. He plays one pass, and the commentators are like, "Oh my God, he's unbelievable!" Like, fuck off. Trent does it 4 times.
To be fair, it was a great 4-yard pass.
I tell you who does give Trent a lot of praise, and it's Gary Neville. Every pass he does, it's literally, it's like he says it how it is. And I think I hated him as a player, but as a pundit, I think he's probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
Working out there at the minute. He says it how it is.
What I like about Neville is he's United. He doesn't try and blag that he's not.
Yeah,
the same with Carragher in Liverpool. He's Liverpool 9 times out of 10. Sometimes he's a knob, but you know what I mean? But he's honest as well. He can't hide the fact that some players are brilliant, even if he doesn't want them to be. So, I think he's boss. But yeah, I think the bias for Man City, when a player, one of the players does anything, or they score, the fucking commentators are delighted. So that refereeing decision that they need looking into as well. That's fucking pathetic.
Case in point with what you're saying there, though. Just watching it before we come up here, City beating Peterborough, bottom of the championship between minus 21 points Derby. Grealish scored. The commentator goes, "Could this be the goal that kickstarts his career?" It's like he's playing a team that's worse than a team that got 21 points deducted.
Well, he sold him for 100 million, and he got a free replacement in Coutinho on loan, who's an upgrade instead of a downgrade. Do you know what I mean? And he's done more than what Grealish has done this season. And people are saying, "Oh, we need time. Grealish needs time to settle in." He's been playing in the Premier League for how many? He's only gone to Man City. How would you need to settle in a team full of superstars?
He was a big fish in a small pond. That's all it was. And now he's fucking, well, I mean, it's still a small pond, but it's a bit bigger.
He would have been better coming to us, because he would have got more. He would have turned into a more of a player than what he is now. Than a big power player.
He would have got bedded in properly, like the way Klopp does. If Klopp would have bought Grealish, he would have seen, right, you're not quite ready to play our system yet, so we're going to play half a season sort of off the bench, getting used to the system. Come January, you'll be flying. Done it with Robbo, he done it with Fabinho.
The difference is, lad, is Klopp's not spending 100 mil on that fucking haircut and them calves to get injured all the time and be shit at rugby. So
I'd rather him go in for that Jude Bellingham in the summer.
I mean, that's happening. I'm convinced.
I'm pretty sure that's happening myself as well. It's been going along too long now, hasn't it?
I think me and Neil, when it was a couple of weeks back, me and Neil, we said, like, I think for me, an ideal summer would be Jude Bellingham, get this Carvalho kid in, and then the one sort of dark horse, if you like, was Dybala on a free. Because that's been rumoured a lot.
Quite linked as well.
I've seen that kid as well. Is it from Leipzig in Quinny or something like that?
I think he's something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know his name, but I'd be tempted to go in for someone like him, who's young, who fits the pro. Because FSG have got a model, haven't they? And it's got to fit like certain things. It's got to be like 25 or under.
Yeah.
They look at injuries and see if they're prone to injuries. And I think Dybala's had a couple of injuries. He's a bit older, and he's older than 25.
Yeah, he's not. I think he's only about 27 now. You know, so
yeah, he's not old though. But I'd rather bring a younger player in and keep older Firmino because he's still going to do something special for even if he's holding the ball up and he makes play and he's handy to have on the bench even if he's coming to the end. Yeah. You'd keep him.
I think someone like Dybala though, he has got the ability to just change the game at the drop of a hat. He should be one of the best players in the world, and it just hasn't quite worked out as well as it should have for him. But I think if you can get him on a free and fit him in the wage structure, that's a risk you can take. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely it is when you can get him on a free. Yeah, it makes sense too, really.
But you know what? I always say I couldn't give a fuck who we sign, to be honest with you. If Klopp decides that he wants to sign a player, if we go and get I remember last summer when we were linked with Jared Bowen and everyone was going, oh, why the fuck are we linked with him? We don't want him. He's from West Ham. It's like, we bought fucking Robbo from Hull. And then you look at the season he's having.
Mane from Southampton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now you look at the season he's having. I think he's playing for a move, to be honest with you. Because he's upped his game so much and he's looking like an absolutely quality player.
Would you reckon that one of the front three is going to go in the summer?
I hope not, but I can see it happening.
I think Mane's off myself.
I think Mane's gone.
So do I.
Well, the rumours are it's going to be Firmino, isn't it, to Barca?
I've seen it was just after the AFCON, I think it was, and it was Mane's interested by Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I think
why?
I don't know.
Shit.
I think as he's looking at it, it'd be his last big paycheck as he's coming to. He'd do a 5-year deal and probably what would be 35, then 36 nearly.
But they just give Aubameyang a big deal, and he's older than Mane, and he's like 34.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if they brought Mane in, and they're probably thinking we'd have Mane. I think they're going to try and rebuild, but they've got to bring like a star player.
You need a marquee signing, don't they?
Yeah. And the likes of Mbappe on a free, and not yet they can still get him, but why not if they can get? I think they'll come in with a bit of a bid for Mane, like one of them.
I suppose it'd make sense now why we've went and got Diaz. Same position. That's Mane's side of the pitch. You know what I mean?
Even Jota's a left winger. By his position, he's a left winger. So if you look at it, we've got Mane, and then we've got a 25-year-old and a 23-year-old, both play on the left wing. Who can come in whenever and do the same work rate as Mane, and they can score the same amount of goals.
Yeah, definitely.
Over the season.
Don't get me wrong, though. I don't want to ever see any of the front three gone because
I'd rather have them finish the career at Liverpool.
We could just keep them together, or would. It's going to be horrible when we start seeing them age out and they let go and stuff. But that's footy, innit? But he's getting a lot of criticism at the minute, but I feel like he's finding his feet again a little bit. He's starting to try and take plays on and stuff, playing mad balls through the middle, and he just seems to lose a lot of confidence. And it just takes one game, one goal where it all comes back. And
well, Leeds scored 2 against Leeds, you know what I mean?
That's a great game.
He played well.
Who scored the overhead against?
Norwich.
So he's starting to turn up again. He's starting to get goals.
And he would have had an assist against for in the final if he wouldn't have been wrongly ruled offside.
Yeah, true.
Because he squared it over to heads it over to Matip, didn't he?
Well, we said it with Mane when it was just us two on the podcast, Jay, and he's the type of player who feeds off the fans. And last season we did see probably that was by far Mane's worst season at us.
Like Firmino, he does the exact same. Feed off the fans. He was down, and as soon as the fans are back, he's right back up on his game, isn't he?
Yeah.
I just feel like, here we go again. 5%. 5%.
I was just going to ask you what your battery's on as well.
with Mane there, like, I think he scored and set one up, and hardly anyone was singing his name, and he used to sing his name constantly, and then it went from him to Firmino, from Firmino to Salah. Now it's Jota. Jota's not even on the fucking squad, and they're singing his name for 90 minutes.
Even
I don't get all that.
I
don't like that. Sing for the lads. Don't get me wrong, Jota's got an injury. If he's in the crowd, sing his name. Let him know we're thinking about him. Sing for the fucking lads on the pitch. What I liked about Leeds is we sang for nearly every single player. Thiago and Curtis Jones, I think, were the only two who never got a song. Everyone else got the name chanted. But Mane's was only fucking briefly.
Yeah, it was literally for about 10 seconds, and I just
remember. Yeah, but the others went off for non-stop, and You know, I think once if you had the full cop screaming his name for a couple of 30 seconds and he hears you and he feeds off it, you'll see that better man again. He's that type of player.
That
Torres
lead,
was the same.
yeah,
Torres was the same.
that Leeds game now at the end of it, it was brilliant. Klopp were doing he's done about eight fist punches, didn't he, to the cop and that.
Lad.
It was quality, and then even after it, we stayed for about 10 minutes just singing Liverpool songs. It was brilliant.
Just that feel that something. It was weird.
Yeah,
something's in the air.
You could tell, especially when he started going 4 and then 5, and then it finished, and it was just, you could tell it was as if to say, we're going to catch us, do you know what I mean? Because even with City getting little result, obviously, decisions their way and stuff, if we win every single game now till the end of the season, we'll win the league, regardless about what City do, because we beat them at their ground and carry on winning. We've won the league.
That's it.
Simple
exactly. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we will win every game, but I don't think they'll win every game.
No,
I think they'll lose, but I was saying the other day, we need to stop respecting them as much as we do. Not us, but other fans, the media, the commentators, Jeff fucking Stalin and all his crew saying the league's over and all that. Just have a fucking go at them. Southampton have had a go at them. Tottenham literally had 4 counter-attacks and scored 4 goals.
Everton should have got at least a draw out of that game as well.
That's the worst management I've ever seen in the Premier League. That second half, Lampard shit himself.
Yeah.
If that was, I said to the Evertonians, if that was Benitez, came out when you've worked that hard in the first half and you've played, you just didn't even try and get in the box, you just didn't do a fucking thing going forward. If that was Rafa, he'd have been booed and you'd have found his head on counted over at the end of the match.
Yeah.
But because it's Fat Frank, he's a hero. But
I reckon they've just got him ready because he knows how to manage in the Championship.
He's not a good manager.
So instead of because they can't afford to sack another manager, so they thought if he gets relegated, he's already got experience in the Championship, so it's a win-win, isn't it?
They should have got Steve Bruce. He would have been cheaper.
I reckon should have just brought Big Sam back, shouldn't he?
Big little Sam.
Nah, even he's not stupid enough to go back. Fucking hell. No, you know what? There is though. You're right. There's a buzz about the place at the minute. Anfield is fucking. You're seeing it every game now. The atmosphere is getting better and better every game.
Feels like the season we won the league, even though we're not as far ahead as like we're behind. It's got that feeling of this is a title winning league.
Something special.
You know what? It's nervy as well, and that's what makes footy special. You're like you're anticipating. Like I'd have cheered an Everton goal the other day.
So would I have.
I'd have fucking jumped all around the house, lad.
I was watching it, and as they went through, and he hit the side net in the first half, I was nearly up, and that I was nearly up, me, ready for them.
Fucking hell.
The only time I wanted me half fella to be happy with them winning.
Hello. Do you know? It's got that special feel again, and it's fucking, it's boss being a Red. It's just lovely to live through these times where, you know what, we might fall short by a few points. We might not win the league. We might not win the FA Cup. We might not win the Champions League, but we will. So,
yeah,
we will.
So
I've got that feeling as well.
It's just I've got a boss feeling about it. I really have. Jay, your phone's probably about to die. So last thing before we go, I've been asked not to do this by Kevin Work, but Kev, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm doing it. Predictions for Norwich.
Whoa!
But I'll let you go first.
Obviously, without seeing the team, I don't know, but if he goes part strong, I'll go 3-0. Go 3-0. I think Minamino's due a goal as well, so that'll be me bet tomorrow. Minamino, first goal, 3-0.
I'll go 5-1.
Oh, I love it. Bold. I love that. Love it.
Conceding at Anfield.
I reckon if you're playing Adrian, I reckon we're going to concede 1 goal.
Adrian tax.
But if we're playing the others, we're saying that even Alisson, he's still got a goal to concede in him because he loves coming out that box and just doing some. He has my heart. And
Kelleher's mad, isn't it? Kelleher's probably the best chance of the fucking clean sheet.
Yeah, 5-1. I reckon they're going to want to come out and think, we'll get these. And even Leeds look like they could have scored in the first half at Anfield.
Yeah.
That's the thing with our high line. It's fucking petty fine, but 9 times out of 10 it works. Just what was I saying the other day, Jay? That fucking hell. At one point, it's going to not work, and fucking hell, nearly. only for
Yeah.
a sleeve.
Fucking hell, what a joke. Love it. It's my favourite joke of the season, I'm not going to
What's
lie.
your prediction then, lad?
I'm going 3-1. That's normally my go-to score when
Is
I'm
it,
doing
yeah.
better than that. So, going to go 3-1, but I'm going to say Origi first goal myself. So, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I love a good FA Cup run, to be honest with you. It's there's something special about the FA Cup sometimes.
Who would you want to get if we get through into the next round?
On Everton.
That's what I keep saying. I want Everton. I just want to knock them out.
No, you know what? I'd rather.
I want Everton at third place.
Or get them in the final.
No, I'd rather get
to the
them
very
in the
end point.
I'd rather get them in the semis again. Like, let them have the day out at Wembley for it to mean fuck all because they don't even get a runners-up medal.
Yeah,
I don't want to believe
they'd do a parade if they got a runners-up medal.
They done one in the 80s, so, you know, nothing fucking done for anything, bastard cunts.
I tell you what, it's not a given that they're going to beat this fucking non-league team, I'll be honest with you.
That Bournemouth played well in the last game. Did you see the game? Yeah, they done well, didn't they?
No, I think I'm not asked do we get anymore, really not. I think I'd rather take out a big fish, but looking at our run to the Carabao Cup.
They're not getting Everton in, aren't we?
Know what I mean? I'd rather get a Man City or something and get rid of them, dispose of them.
Yeah.
But,
well, no, if you're talking about big fish, we're not getting Everton, so there's that out the window. Boreham Wood are a bigger fish, so fucking up to Boreham Wood. I'm just happy, you know, like it's just fucking boss being in it. Imagine being a blue.
I've got a mate who messages me all the time, and he's like, lad, watch when this new stadium's up and that where we play in the likes of Real Madrid. And I'm like, I don't think he's ever played a Champions League game ever, but apparently this stadium's going to turn you into the best team in the world and that. Do you know what I mean? It takes more than a stadium.
You know what? You could be right. You know, pre-season friendlies, they're all their age these
Obviously,
days. So
yeah, that's the only one, isn't it?
They'll send over fucking Real Madrid.
They get fucking no one with this Russian thing going on, mate. Mashiri and Usman are fucked.
They'll fuck off, them.
Yeah,
they're gone.
Mate.
To be fair, though, I said this to my dad the other day, like, Everton are the only team in football history to get fucking a minted owner and get worse. How'd you do that?
They're just cursed. They've done something in the past.
You look at the last however many seasons they've spent. I was looking today, Liverpool spent 592 million since Klopp come. They've spent 599 or something like that. And it says they've obviously won nothing. We've won ours, and it says managers won, and so they're 9 managers they've had since Klopp's been in charge.
It's just fucking mad. Like, you go back to the days and they were signing Tim Cahill for $1.5 million, and he was fucking class for them. And now they're going out spending 50 million on nonsense. So
they're spending 40 million on a Wobie. You know what I mean?
A Wobie.
I actually felt like an Evertonian the other day. I was fucking screaming at him, saying, "What the fuck are you doing? You need to fuck off, you."
I think they're the only team that could get Dele Alli for 40 million as well. When everyone else would only give them 20.
Dog shit. A Wobie's dog shit. That fucking spotty ginger cunt left wing was dog shit. He was just dog shit. They're a fucking crap team. Get over it.
Didn't know you played for Everton, Jay.
I think the only good player that was on the pitch that day who played well was Dan Allen. He had an all right game for them, and that was about it.
But to be fair, though, he's a fucking dog, though, isn't he? Like, he's a werewolf.
Zakori was boss in his half and then stepped foot in their half and went to shit. Baby fucking dear. Crap. Let's not talk about that.
You wanted Everton to win for one game and it's nearly fucking killed you.
Really
let's just end it on a big game for the Reds tomorrow, carrying on with the FA Cup run. Don't worry about them Blues.
Fucking hell. Well, do you know what? Every year when we're not in the final, obviously we haven't won it for years, and the build up on the day and you're seeing all the fans and all that at Wembley Way, and it's fucking sickening because I love the FA Cup. It's a special trophy.
It's a boss competition.
It doesn't get taken as serious as other trophies. And like, to have the chance to have the squad now to go and it's all 4 of them, full fucking throttle without a worry, then let's fucking do it.
Like I said before, I think that's the reason why, because he wanted to win the league first. And and after that, now he's just thought, I'm leaving in a couple of years, or I hope he doesn't. I hope he signs an extension. But I think he just wants to win as many and whatever trophies he can get his hands on. And I think he wants that league because he wants that parade with the fans. We never got a chance.
Right. But you know what? I said, not even being arrogant or cocky or whatever opposition fans will call us. We're in with a shout of all 4 trophies. And in all the competitions so far, there's not a team that scares me. Obviously, Man City in the Premier League, it's going to be fucking hard. In Europe, fucking nothing. I don't scare them. They don't scare me. Nobody scares me. You say, who do you want in the draw in the Champions League if we dispose of
Anyone.
it?
Anyone.
Not asked. Not
Yeah,
bothered.
anyone.
Yeah. Give us anyone. Same in the FA Cup. I prefer to get rid of Man City earlier on. I'd rather draw them earlier on and beat them, and then hopefully knock their confidence a little bit. But say in terms of the league, it's well on. It's fucking more
Bring
than
it
on. It's in our hands if we win all our games. But realistically, I don't think we will. But I don't think they will either.
No. Well, look, I think we've said all we can for today. Let's leave it there. Look forward to the game tomorrow. Jay, have a good time there, and we'll be back with you next few days after the weekend's game, and we'll have another 3 points in the bag after that. So up the Reds.
Yeah, up to that, and I'll see you soon.
Fucking Reds. See you later.
Take it easy, boys.
Ta-ra, lads.